Biodiversity is an abbreviation for biological diversity, and it refers to the sum of all the variety and variability of life in a given area. The term biodiversity was coined to describe the numerous complex types of variations that exist within and between organisms at various levels of organization. It refers to the totality of a region's genes, species, and ecosystems. In today's video, we'll talk about wildlife conservation and biodiversity. Before starting this video, make sure to subscribe to our channel and hit the notification bell for upcoming alerts. Biodiversity is evaluated on 3 levels. Number 1. Genetic diversity. The variety of genetic information contained in all individual plants, animals, and microorganisms found within species populations. Simply put, genetic variation within species and populations. Number 2. Species diversity. This refers to the number of different species or living organisms. It is determined by the number of species present. This is the total number of species in a given area. Number 3. Ecosystem diversity. The variety of habitats, biotic communities, and ecological processes found in the biosphere. Ethical and moral benefits include every form of life on Earth being unique and deserving of respect regardless of its value to humans. This is an organism's right to its ecosystem. Every organism has an inherent right to exist, whether or not it is valuable to humans. Planted forests contribute significantly to biodiversity conservation and reduce pressure on natural forests. Both FRA, Forest Resources Assessments, and FAOSTAT data shows that if globally planted forests get increased by 2.4% per annum from 2010-2050, it might restore natural forests for fibers as well as timber. Humans are part of nature, and the natural world values human legacy. The well-being of all future generations is a societal obligation of current generations, hence the presence of an organism justifies its protection. The natural environment provides enormous pleasure to humans. Shapes, structure, and color invigorate and enhance our civilization. Many organizations spend a lot of money to protect animals because of their worth in nature. The greatest important threat to biodiversity is habitat loss. Biodiversity fluctuates with changes in latitude or altitude. The increase in species richness or biodiversity that occurs from the poles to the tropics is referred to as the species latitudinal gradient. Over 60 wild species have been employed to improve the world's 13 primary crops. People in the United States get most of their medications from plants and animals. Biodiversity plays an important role in mitigating climate change by contributing to long-term carbon sequestration in a number of ways. Every type of life on Earth is unique and worthy of respect, regardless of its value to humans. This is an organism's ecosystem. There is no trash in an ecosystem because decomposition occurs to cleanse the environment by transforming garbage to new kinds of biodiversity. There are major threats to biodiversity, which are defined as any process or event, whether natural or produced by humans, that is likely to have a negative impact on the status or sustainable use of any component of biological variety. Because to reasons such as habitat modification and loss caused by land use change, exploitation of biological resources, climate change, pollution, and invasive species, biodiversity is fast dwindling. Such natural or anthropogenic forces tend to interact and magnify one another. The current reduction in biodiversity will result in a future deterioration in ecosystem functioning and stability. Ecosystem functioning is often dependent on species richness, species composition, species evenness, and genetic diversity, whereas stability is frequently dependent on species richness and species composition. Thus, current changes in biodiversity are likely to result in eventual changes in ecological features. Biodiversity conservation is all about preserving life on Earth in all of its forms and keeping natural ecosystems healthy and functioning. Biodiversity is our planet's life support system. We rely on it for the air we breathe, the food we eat, and the water we drink. Medicines derived from wild species, such as penicillin, aspirin, Taxol, and quinine, have saved millions of lives and relieved immense pain. Wetlands remove contaminants from the water, while trees and plants help to prevent global warming by absorbing carbon. Bacteria and fungus decompose organic matter, fertilizing the soil. It has been discovered that native species richness and ecosystem health are connected. as is human quality of life. The links between biodiversity and a sustainable future become clearer as we dig deeper. We actually need to maintain biodiversity because it is essential to human survival. By mainstreaming biodiversity throughout government and society, we can address the underlying causes of biodiversity loss, minimize direct pressures on biodiversity, and encourage sustainable usage. Increase biodiversity through protecting habitats, species, and genetic variety. Increase the advantages of biodiversity and environmental services to everybody. Improve implementation by including participatory planning, knowledge management, and capacity development. I really hope you are enjoying this video. Please remember to subscribe to our channel before continuing with our video. Humans have irreversibly disturbed nature's equilibrium via climate change, resulting in the highest extinction rate in more than 60 million years. Extinction may be humanity's greatest lasting legacy if we do not act now. The Conservation and Biodiversity Initiative amplifies and accelerates revolutionary social change for biodiversity restoration and protection. This preservation of biodiversity is one of several answers to the climate catastrophe in a future devoted to conserving both nature and people. All living things have inherent worth, and each has a distinct function to perform in the complicated web of existence. The extinction rate can still be slowed. Many of our decreasing, threatened, and endangered species have a chance to recover if we work together now to create a worldwide movement of consumers, voters, educators, spiritual leaders, and scientists demanding prompt action. The Conservation and Biodiversity Program teaches and promotes awareness about the rapid extinction of millions of species, as well as the causes and implications of this phenomena. The initiative aims to create a worldwide movement that celebrates nature and its ideals while also encouraging individuals to take action such as eating plant-based diets and refraining from using pesticides and herbicides. A varied network of partners is one way the program meets its aims. The initiative, which focuses on the ground activism, helps organizations enhance ambition and public engagement in species and biodiversity protection in their local areas. Climate change endangers the global stability of ecosystems. Nature's gifts to our world include the millions of species we know and adore, as well as many more yet to be found. The Conservation and Biodiversity Program encourages individuals to explore and engage with the natural world around them, as well as to develop a caring ethic that will lead to constructive environmental choices. This video has come to an end. Hope you guys enjoyed watching this video. Please like this video and subscribe to our channel if you did. Also, comment down below what are your thoughts on this video.